You know, there are action movies and then there is hard boiled. Watching this film in 4K from Shout Factory feels like opening a time capsule back to the moment when Hong Kong action cinema didn't just challenge Hollywood, it influenced it. Now, this isn't just a shootout film, it's a thesis statement on how far you can really push a style, rhythm, and character energy within chaos. And the moment the movie begins, Chow Yun-fat emerging through cigarette smoke in that jazz club, you know you are not just watching a generic action hero. You are witnessing someone who lives in a friction between rage and duty, and that emotional tension drives the film far more than the bullets. Chow Yun-fat's character Inspector Tequila begins as an angry man at a system that keeps failing to protect the innocent. His partner dies early on, and unlike typical revenge arcs, Tequila doesn't get a clear emotional outlet. Instead, the film builds his internal conflict through small human moments. He carries guilt, he carries regret. He plays the jazz at night not because it's stylish, but because it's the only space where the noise in his head stops. Now that inner stillness makes his violent transformation so effective. Tequila evolves from a man reacting to violence to a man who chooses what violence means. His ultimate arc is not kill the villains, it's save one's life, even if I have to kill 100 to do it. Tony Leung's character, Alan, adds depth that elevates the film from pure action into tragic buddy cop psychology. Alan is an undercover cop who has been in the criminal world for so long that he's forgotten what normal life really feels like. When he folds up the paper cranes for each person he kills, we understand that the emotional cost of his duality. His character grounds the film. When Tequila explodes outward, Alan collapses inwards. Now their chemistry isn't comedic, it's existential. There are two men strapped by duty, one burning from outside, the other suffocating from within. Now their partnership becomes the emotional heartbeat of the movie, and it's why the audience really care about every bullet that's being fired. The standout scene every hard-boiled fan remembers is the hospital shootout. In one uninterrupted long take, Tequila and Alan fight the floor to floor, room to room. No cuts, no cheating. It's just a flex of filmmaking. It's storytelling through immersion. You feel the claustrophobia, you feel the danger, and one point, Chow Yun-fat shields a baby while shooting his way out. A ridiculous idea on paper, but John Woo turns it into a poetic visual rhythm. Another scene, the tea house opening, is controlled madness. The drums of the tea ceremony rhythmically sync with the gunfire. And when Tequila slides down the banister firing two pistols, you instantly understand why Quentin Tarantino idolizes this movie. John Woo directs the film like a composer. He breaks down gunfights into visual music, doves symbolizing purity before violence, slow motion fragments punctuated by sudden bursts of speed. The choreography is balletic yet grounded. Now, what Hollywood tries to imitate with computers, Woo achieved with pure planning, stunt coordination, and physical execution. Each explosion has intention, every bullet conveys emotion. The cinematography by Peter Pau uses contrast. For example, white hospital hallways splashed with red blood, dim jazz club shadowed by cult of golden spotlights that actually create a mood for the storytelling. On the other hand, Michael Gibbs's jazz score gives Tequila's emotional arc a constant rhythm, allowing the action to breathe instead of becoming noise. Now let's talk a bit about what the collectors really care about the 4K Shout Factory's edition. Now the first impression, it's a surprise packaging upgrade. Shout Factory goes beyond a standard release by giving a hard slipcase with a premium matte finish. It's a solid, has weight, and feels like a premium collectible, something you proudly place on a shelf rather than slide in between discs. Inside, there's a Shout Factory exclusive booklet, not just a foldable paper insert, an actual booklet with production insights, stills, and John Woo commentary highlights. It adds value because you can revisit the film through behind-the-scenes stories. The front artwork is really striking, green neon tones splashing across the cover, with Chow Yun-fat holding his gun towards the viewer is like a challenge. Now it screams 90s Hong Kong intensity, the 4K transfer is crisp, grain preserved, and colors corrected without artificial smoothing. You can literally see the sweat on their faces during the hospital shootout. Audio is clean but still carries the classic Hong Kong rawness. All gunshots crack instead of thud. Glass shatters with sharp clarity. Now the Bluray included carries also the same energy, though once you experience the 4K, you feel how much cinematic texture was lost over the years in the older transfers. The highlight of this release isn't just the resolution, it's the preservation of Hong Kong cinema's original heartbeat. Now, why does hard boiled still matters today? Because in an era of CGI and shaky cam editing, the movie reminds us what action is supposed to really feel like. Now, the real stunts, real fire, real human tensions are shown in the movie. The emotional stakes aren't layered through dialogue. They are layered through performance of body language and physical vulnerability. When Tequila says, "Give a guy a gun, he thinks he's Superman. Give him two, he thinks he's God." And it just isn't a cool line, but it captures the entire energy of Hong Kong's golden age. William Dafoe once said, "Action movies show what a filmmaker is really made of." In that case, Hard Boiled is a proof that John Woo was a master. In conclusion, Hard Boiled is more than an action movie. It's a lesson, it's a cinema. It's a reminder that emotion drives action and not the other way around. And with the 4K Shout Factory's release, with its premium hard case booklet and artwork exploding with attitude, it becomes more than just a movie for collectors. It becomes an artifact of an era. Now, if you love cinema, you need this film on your shelf. And if you love action, you really need this film in your blood. Now, this movie is a must-watch.